Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we're watching Jujutsu Kaisen episode 18.
With the bitterness in her voice after the microphone was randomly not working for the first 4 minutes of this episode. So we're just going to jump right into it. Hope you leave a like and subscribe, support the official release, and hope you enjoy most of all. Let's go. Jujutsu Kaisen episode 18. It works through phones? It works through phones? Holy shit.
Cool, I guess.
Hmm.
Very good boy. Oh.
Curse spirit? Oh, is it one of the... Is it finally? The forest. The forest. Is it Hanami? Fear of the forest. The fuck? Oh, planting the scent on him. They just have been... Oh, shit. So it wasn't his blood? Maybe Gojo should go as well, just in case, you know? Is it finally starting? No, it's just the other one. It's fucking crazy looking.
Oh.
That's incredible. That's incredible. They built up this fucking cursed spirit. Oh, it's backwards. Jesus, they built up that cursed spirit for... Oh, Mahito's there too? Who the fuck is that? This guy looks like a gay porn actor. Coat rack.
Don't really like that.
I love that, by the way. That's incredible. Because I was thinking it was going to be Hanami. Okay. Interesting. So he's not like a pure-blooded guy. I love they're doing this like subversion of what you expect with like every one of these like character archetypes. What is this fighting style that it's like? It seems like it's based on something like a real martial art. He's like palm strikes and shit. That's why he's willing to like sully his blood with drugs. Because they're both like dejected members of their clan. He's got way too much to prove and no real morals.
Yeah, okay.
You just want to make your clan proud. You don't actually believe in anything. But there is his mom. Yeah, exactly. Start talking about how we're the same. We're far too alike, you and I. We both know the pain of expectations. I wonder why. I feel like it'd be worth it to read the prequel manga. That's fair. Yeah. That was a far more like impactful moment than I think I gave it credit for when I saw it for the first time. Oh, just to charge up? The music, man. The elephant! From the OP. Damn.
Yeah.
It looks like Thai almost. Like in the design and everything. Is there more? Ooh, the hand animation on that. Nue. My favorite. That's gotta be the coolest summon of all time. It's so fucking badass. Noritoshi. He has a blood pack? Hanami. It's time to stop. Oh, he just is telling them to run?
They're all destroyed.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go, teachers. Hello. Use your fucking lady. Use your shit to just... Oh, she can't.
Yeah, no.
That is the most inefficient hairstyle I've ever seen. They must be fairly skilled to exercise this second grade cursed spirit. Fuck you. So the Nigero wasn't like a cursed word, or was it an order like with his cursed speech? I'm confused.
Like when he said run away?
Yeah.
Maybe he just said it. I don't know if it makes them have to run away or...
It seemed like yes. What is he doing? This guy's a human? Like full on?
Yeah.
I have a feeling Gojo's number is coming up soon. It's gotta be, right? I've been calling it since the beginning, that he's been introduced just to fucking get smashed at some point. Oh god. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was afraid of. Like, half the people have been fucked up beyond belief. Why? So it's like closed already, but it just doesn't look like it?
It just didn't look like it, yeah.
Okay. Did they specifically design it so that Gojo couldn't enter and no everyone else can? They did. They know how powerful he is. Except for him. Oh, yeah. So that's like the trade-off.
It's like so powerful that it keeps him out no matter what, but in order to do that, everyone else has to be allowed in.
Exactly. Wait, so he does... I bet he has the guitar.
Yeah, I was thinking that he has like a box.
That's kind of funny. No shit, dude. Degenerate monk.
Oh, did he like do something thinking that it would only let Gojo in or something, but instead it keeps him out? Or something dumb like that.
Oh yeah, because he wanted Gojo so bad. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're... Yeah. More subversion. We think he's like the traditional conservative old timer, but really he's fucking shreds on the guitar. Not just any cursed spirit.
This drawing's so bad.
Holy shit, Inumaki is so cool! All of their, like, killer moves. Nothing. What's this weakness, then?
I don't know, I've always kind of felt bad for I'm just like, oh, you just...
What's behind the cloak thing? Sages. Makes sense as a motivation, I guess. I wonder if Jogo shares the same motivation, being also like a cursed spirit of the earth.
Yeah. Oh, there's also that like squid dude.
Yeah, they're all like of nature,
Yeah.
right? So maybe.
So
that's
I mean,
it.
maybe that's just why they're teaming up. But yeah, but who? I don't know if other curses are necessarily good for the planet. But without humans, would there even be?
Yeah.
Really much of anything in the way of curses? Because they're.
I mean, there still would. It's all about fear and just energy, and like curse energy, I think exists in all things. I don't think it's specific to humans. It's stronger with humans because we have like, you know, like more understanding, I guess. More of a concept of it. These weird like slice of life like tangents that this show goes on. What is this?
He burned all the flowers.
But since it was burned? Tsundere Jogo? Aww. Incredible.
Nice one.
Incredible. So what'd you think about that episode?
Decent episode.
I loved that whole, they had an entire scene of like, oh, we've trained this cursed spirit for God knows how long to respond to these different cues and this specific scent of blood. Here's a vial, make sure to use it wisely, and all this shit is like, yes, sir, I will. Itadori needs to die, and then it
killed by someone.
Just as a gag, like just as a as a bit of setup, and it's so like. I can tell and it's set up well because immediately, like, all the menacing aura is coming from the forest, and we know Hanami is from the forest, or is of the forest, so, like, yeah, it was kind of easy to see, but it was still really funny.
And then they, like, fake you out because then it is that cursed spirit, like, coming out, and you're like, oh, shit, and then it's just its head falling off.
And now it's full on Chunin exams where, like, the rival, the evil faction has now attacked. And,
yeah, I also loved the whole, like, I guess not so honorable grandson thing of, like, we're the same thing, you totally understand. He's just like, what the fuck are you talking
immediately he's
about?
just like, no, we're not. Like, we're not.
Literally not.
We're
like,
actually not. I for some reason you want to find some like kinship in this because you're kind of fucked up about your backstory, but like that has nothing to do with me. I'm not the same as you. Like, just straight up. Yeah. I think you're kind of just like saying that because you think that's something that people say in this situation, but like it's not true, technically speaking.
That was pretty funny. All the like cursed speech stuff was really cool.
I want to know. Tell us if like the runaway, like it had an effect. It had a clear effect and like caused them to run away. But I don't know. It seemed like it caused them. It like spurred them to run away rather than like be like, whoa, what's going on? They just immediately started running away. So I love Inumaki. He's fucking dope as shit. He's cool as shit. I want to see, like there's a cosplayer that I follow on Instagram, and he looks fucking exactly like Inumaki in real life, and I want to see him do a cosplay of that. He did one of Gojo. Maybe I'll find a picture and put that up. It's Gesha Petrovich. He's fucking dope as shit. Everyone should give him a follow. He's an awesome cosplayer, but I want to see his cosplay of Inumaki. Anyway, this episode is cool as shit.
I'm so angry that the mic wasn't recording at the beginning when he opened his eye, because he was like shooting. We like obviously couldn't include this part, but it was pretty funny because we were like, he's like shooting the arrows with like, and he's like, and I was like, ooh, I haven't even opened my eyes or whatever.
And then immediately opens his eye.
Like, what the fuck? I thought that it was actually just like a art choice that his eyes were closed, but I like that they sort of incorporated it, that when he opens his eyes you kind of wish that he didn't, because it's terrifying and creepy, and he has bags of blood just like on him at all times, I suppose. And he can use them to like constrain like he can use them like rope.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
He's a bloodbender of sorts. So that's cool. But yeah, good story. I like it's now it's like clearly a thing with the show that I'm noticing. Every character they introduce is an obvious like commentary on the archetype, where every character, it's like Fushiguro, he's like he's introduced, you think he's like the Sasuke bad boy type thing. Turns out he's not. He's super sensitive and like really wants to do the good thing. He doesn't have this backstory that's gonna lead him down the path of darkness or something. And then there's like Mai and Maki. You think that they're a certain way, like that Maki's like Rock Lee and that Mai is like Neji or something. Like it's commenting. I'm using like Naruto specifically as a template for this because it's a perfect example of where these archetypes come from, or not where they come from, but like them used in a more classical way, and they're like using that to inform like how can we twist it around, how can we make it a little bit different. So like instead of Neji and Rock Lee being Mai and Maki, siblings, like sort of sibling rivalry, Mai's like more treated better. Turns out, no. Maki isn't just treated worse for no reason. This is like part of a competition thing to prove that she's worthy. And she's not the underdog. She's definitely the front runner, but she's introduced in a way that makes you seem like, oh, I don't have cursed energy. So that there's that subversion. Obviously, Toto is that a subversion with Toto? Oh, the fact that he likes idols and stuff and is kind of a weird, like he's kind of a weirdo. Like even though he's like this big buff Chad guy, he like is super into idols and and then obviously Kamo, honorable grandson here. You think he's gonna be all, yes, I am the prince of my clan, all this shit. My blood is pure. I don't meddle with commoners such as you. Turns out, no, he is the bastard son of a concubine that his lord father, just fucked on the side.
But then happened
to be the true begotten son of this clan, and like the only one to inherit the bloodline trait. And so he's also trying to prove that to himself while also like proving his worth so that he can give a better life to his mom. And so it's not just this straightforward, yes, I need to uphold the power of the fucking Kamo clan, all this shit. And they're constantly like just little tweaks, just enough to like make it interesting, but not so much that they're obviously trying to just
everything
pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah,
because
exactly.
For the sake of it being,
it's just enough of a twist where they still fit the archetype, but they're doing something interesting with it, but not like, oh, aren't we so clever for switching it around? Yeah. So that's cool, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, that barrier or whatever is so cool.
It was the right move.
And that was really cool as well with, like, sort of explaining, like, you can't have it all. Like, if you're going to block one of, as far as we know, the most powerful sorcerer, you can't block anyone else. You can put all that energy into blocking him, or you could block everyone, but they would probably be able to break through it.
So this is something that I'm going to give you, like, minor spoilers for Hunter x Hunter. There's, like, I won't explain, like, the in-depth nature of what this is about, but, like, that whole thing of, like, the Heavenly Pact and this whole, like, trade-off thing, that's, like, taken pretty much directly from Hunter x Hunter. That's not, like, a subversion thing, at least not so far, where in Hunter x Hunter, it's a common thing where you make, like, sort of a covenant or a pact with yourself, and, like, it's a sort of promise with yourself that has conditions to it. So, like, the more strict the conditions, the more, like, powerful this one part of it is going to be. So, if you, exactly like that, that's a perfect example. But it's just, I'm just, the reason I bring up Hunter x Hunter is because all of these, like, classical shonen that it's, like, commenting on and sort of flipping in a weird way, but not, like, totally flipping around. Hunter x Hunter, it was so good that they just are basically using that without really changing it so far. Of course, they might at some point, but yeah, it's another example of, like, the more concessions you make and the more strict the conditions are, then that one thing that you want, and the more specific it is, the stronger and, like, harder and more condensed. It's like you have I guess, like, compressing air or water. It's like you have a certain amount of it, like, it being cursed energy, and it's sort of spread out. And the more you, like, form it into, like, a more condensed shape, and the more you compress it and make it smaller, the stronger it is at defending against, like, a specific
they say that
strike.
for anything anyway, like, for the like, the domain expansion.
Exactly.
The more complete yours is, the stronger
on the inside,
it is.
The weaker it is on the outside. Like, the more, like, complete and, like, OP it is on the inside, the more vulnerable it is to outside attack, unless you're Gojo and you're just
but the thing
control.
is, like, if you're in some, it's
the stronger it is on the inside, the weaker it is from, like, outside attack. That's why Yuju is able to break through.
Yeah, but it's also, if you still are stronger from the inside, then you're still stronger from the inside.
If you're Gojo and you're a literal god being, like, you know, like, you're literally have god powers, then the rules don't really apply. But that's why it's clever that they just, like, okay, so you can't have it all. Somebody's gonna get in. Do you want it to be do you want me to make a weak barrier and Gojo can just break through it? Or do you want to fight everyone? Like, there's no in between. They're gonna, if I don't keep Gojo out 100%, if I don't focus on that, he's gonna get it. Like, you can't stop this guy. There's no way, there's nothing we can do. So, and if he gets in, we're fucked. So, like,
and how about... specifically got in, like, the last time they came into contact, like, their group came into contact with him, he fucked them up severely. So,
if Gojo was aware of Hanami's presence in the area, they would have been fucked. There'd be no escaping. It was only because they pulled some, like, a little Wu Gotcha switcheroo that Hanami was there, scooped up Jogo's head, and then fucked off, that they even got out of there in the first place. And that Gojo just came out of his domain expansion. But, like, yeah. So, like, that's the only reason they made it out alive. Gojo could easily solo, based on what we know of his power, there's nothing that can stop him. He could solo anybody fucking easily. So they have to, instead of, like, okay, we're gonna find a way to, like, assassinate him or cripple him, it's like, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Stay away.
Keep him out while we do as much damage as we can, or do what we're here to do.
Yeah, and now we also have Mr. Coat Rack Man.
Yeah, what the fuck? He wants to make a coat rack out of Gojo, as if he could.
He seems to be the classic, I'm a serial killer, but the villains brought me on their team for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Okay, indeed.
Wants to make coat racks out of people.
Specifically Gojo. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's always Is this guy? He has a heavenly pact with coat racks. He's a woodworker, but he only makes coat racks. He doesn't know how to make anything else. He can only make coat racks. You go to his apartment, it's all fucking rooms of coat racks.
Yeah.
I bet that's not even far off. I wonder if that's actually true. If we're gonna see his
that
place,
would be really
they're gonna
disturbing.
they're gonna raid his living space, and there's just gonna be grotesque coat racks all over the place. No coats, not a coat to be seen among them.
I mean, whatever kind of coats he makes might be even worse. So I would be glad if there was no coats.
But yeah, that cool episode. I think that about sums up our thoughts. Unless you have anything else you want to say. The subversion is cool.
Now we have old man Rockstar over here.
He's the guitar. Yeah, that's exactly
the guitar guy, which is funny.
That's another perfect example. And I want to look at the opening real quick now that you mentioned that. To the end when you see the guitar in the opening. To see if it looks like Old Man Hands.
I was wondering that as well.
That's right before that. It does kind of look like Old Man Hands, but not like overly. It looks like it could be like a 35 to 40-year-old's hands. Like it's not in the finger there. There's like a little bit of wrinkles, but there's
like the
it's
back
not
of
like
the hand.
It's like a pretty smooth
he's
hand.
Kind of wrinkled in the fingers.
I guess so, but it's not like overly so. I guess it could be Old Man Hands. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, but now I wonder what they're gonna do now.
That's a horrible image of the nunchaku, or like the three. It's not nunchaku. It's like three of them, but it's like one of Maki's weapons, just like amidst crumbled pillars. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, but so now we have old man guy coming in. So now I wonder, is killing Yuji going to be a thing after they somehow resolve this fight? Is that still going to be on your radar? Other school, you know what I mean? Because he was like, okay, we just need to kill this guy. We have like multiple things in place to kill him off. But now there's like a ton of special grade cursed spirits, just curses, just all in the place. Plus evil sorcerers. Mm-hmm. So if Yuji like comes in and saves them.
But then again, I don't know if that because that would be what you would expect from a normal shonen story. Is like, oh, this super obstinate, conservative old timer wants to is completely unwilling to change his mind. The only way he'll change his mind is if Yuji saves his life. But then at that point, he still might not. He still might try to fucking skewer him immediately. Yeah. Yuji will be like, I saved you. Looks back over his shoulder at the old man. And then at exact instant, he just fucking freezes him right in the chest.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And because they don't really view him as human anyway, whether or not he did something good wouldn't seem to matter because he's already kind of done good things.
Yeah, and I don't know which is more likely because once again the show seems to have a hard-on for messing with your expectations, so it's hard to say. Anyway, anything more you want to say about the episode?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Alrighty, hope you guys like and subscribe. Stay tuned for future Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.